The rivalry between McLaren and Red Bull has gone far beyond a simple sporting competition. This is no longer just about fast cars or lap times. It has become a clash of narratives, accusations, and personal attacks between two team principals who despised each other. Christian Horner, Red Bull's former boss, thrived on controversy, always ready to provoke and play the villain. Zak Brown, leading McLaren, was equally sharp in firing back, highlighting Red Bull's flaws and questionable methods. The feud escalated to the point where the tension off track sometimes felt more significant than the racing itself. Now, with Horner gone, the question looms: will the rivalry cool down, or are we witnessing the dawn of an even more intense era between McLaren and Red Bull? The peak of hostility came when Red Bull launched shocking allegations against McLaren, suggesting the team was cheating. Claims range from flexible wings to manipulating tire temperatures and even the bizarre idea of pumping water into wheels. None of these accusations were ever proven, but the damage was done. McLaren's credibility was challenged, and the FIA had to intervene. Brown mocked the situation publicly, drinking from a bottle labeled tire water, turning the scandal into a media spectacle. For fans, this was drama gold. For the teams, it was psychological warfare at the highest level. These controversies didn't change race results, but they kept the headlines burning, feeding the narrative that McLaren and Red Bull were locked in a fight as much off the track as on it. Christian Horner relished being F1's villain. He knew that conspiracies and provocations kept audiences hooked, making Red Bull the most polarizing team on the grid. Loved by some, hated by many, Horner embodied the us versus them mentality. But the strategy came at a cost. McLaren felt Red Bull had crossed ethical lines by compiling dossiers of wild theories to destabilize rivals. Even the FIA was dragged into constant inspections that always cleared McLaren. Horner may have kept Red Bull in the spotlight, but his departure raises a big question. Without its master manipulator, can Red Bull maintain its aura of dominance, or has it lost its most dangerous weapon? While Red Bull wasted energy chasing ghosts, McLaren stayed focused. Technical boss Andrea Stella emphasized that showing the FIA their car parts was preferable to wasting time retaliating. This calm, rational approach contrasted sharply with Horner's theatrics. Ironically, Stella even suggested Red Bull hurt themselves by burning time and brainpower on baseless investigations instead of improving performance. For McLaren, this was a quiet but powerful victory. While Red Bull obsessed over conspiracy theories, McLaren invested in real progress. The result? McLaren kept climbing while Red Bull slipped. This shift exposed an uncomfortable truth. If McLaren can win without playing the political game, maybe Red Bull's era of control is already cracking. Horner's exit reshuffled the F1 power game. As the face of Red Bull, his absence left a vacuum. Enter Laurent Mekies, whose diplomatic and cooperative style is the polar opposite of Horner's confrontational persona. Mekies wasted no time, even meeting Zak Brown privately to clear the air, something unimaginable under Horner. This move suggested the possibility of a friendly rivalry. But here lies the tension. Fans love chaos, and Horner's villainy was a key ingredient in F1's drama. Without it, will the McLaren-Red Bull rivalry lose its bite? A kinder, gentler Red Bull might make sense strategically, but the spectacle risks losing its edge. The fight isn't just political, it's technical. McLaren shocked the paddock in 2024 and 2025 with upgrades that exposed Red Bull's weaknesses. Their superior tire management and aerodynamic innovations highlighted Red Bull's struggles. Instead of matching McLaren's performance, Red Bull doubled down on accusations, which only underscored their desperation. The truth is that F1 rivalries are always twofold: battles of engineering and battles of narrative. Red Bull may have been the kings of storytelling under Horner, but McLaren's results on track were louder than words. If McLaren continues to innovate while Red Bull fights shadows, the balance of power could shift dramatically. With Mekies at the helm, McLaren and Red Bull now have a chance for a new type of relationship. Zak Brown envisions something like McLaren's rivalry with Ferrari, fierce but respectful. But will fans care as much about a friendly rivalry? F1 thrives on tension, controversy, and villains. Without the drama, the spectacle risks becoming bland. The challenge for Mekies is clear. Can Red Bull maintain its aggressive identity while avoiding the toxic chaos of the Horner years? If not, McLaren may not just overtake Red Bull on track, but also steal the spotlight as F1's most talked about team. In the end, McLaren versus Red Bull represents everything F1 is about: speed, innovation, and human drama. The cheating allegations, Horner's villain role, and McLaren's calm defiance created a story that went far beyond racing. Now with Horner gone, Red Bull faces a dilemma. Can they win both on and off the track without their master manipulator? For McLaren, the path is clear. Keep improving, stay composed, and let results speak louder than politics. But for fans, one question remains. Without the chaos, is the rivalry still fun? That uncertainty may define the next chapter of this epic feud.